Hello everyone, so today we're going to be going through the solution to this week's tough cookie problem on matchings. So let's start by recapping this week's problem. So 5 friends have been bought some drinks at a bar. The drinks are a pint of beer, a glass of wine, a gin and tonic, a dram of whiskey and a martini. Now the table shows the friends' preference for which drinks they have. Initially, Ted is given the beer, Barney is given the martini and Robin is given the wine. Draw the initial matching and use the alternating path method to find an improved matching so that each friend has a drink that they like. Now the eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed that we've taken a little inspiration from the popular sitcom How I Met Your Mother this week, so let's get stuck in. So step 1 in this problem is to draw and label our 2 vertex sets. So we're going to have down the left hand side a list of our friends and down the right hand side a list of our drinks. Now step 2, we need to draw the bipartite graph using the information from the table. Now we do this by joining each friend to the drinks that they like by an edge, like so. So now we can move on to step 3, where we're going to draw the initial matching. So if you draw yourself a new set of vertices, you can plot the initial matching from the question. So let's recall that this was Ted going to beer, Barney going to martini, and Robin going to wine. But notice that this isn't a complete or even maximal matching, as both Marshall and Lily would be left with drinks that they do not like. So let's see if we can apply the alternating path method to match each friend to a drink that they do like. So now we can get started with step 4, where we're going to start to construct our alternating paths. So let's recall that we need to start at an unmatched vertex on the right hand side. So let's choose, for example, gin and tonic. We need to connect this vertex to a vertex on the left hand side using an edge that is in the bipartite graph but not the initial matching. So notice that the only available option here is to be matched to Barney. Now we need to connect Barney's vertex to a vertex on the right hand side that is in the initial matching, so the only option is to go to martini. Now again, we need to connect to a vertex on the left hand side using an edge that is in the bipartite graph but not the initial matching, so the only option here is to be matched to Marshall. So notice that we've arrived at an unmatched vertex on the left hand side, and so we can form an alternating path. This tells us to improve the initial matching, Barney should be matched to gin and tonic and Marshall to martini, and gives us the alternating path as shown. But notice that this leaves Lily with a drink that she still doesn't really want, so we need to apply the alternating path method again. So let's start with the other unmatched vertex on the right hand side, so in this case whiskey. We can match the whiskey to the unmatched vertex on the left hand side, to in this case Lily, by our alternating path method. So notice that our alternating path would go from whiskey to Robin to wine to Lily. We have managed to improve our initial matching by giving Lily the wine and by giving Robin the whiskey. So now we have found a complete and maximal matching, as each friend has been matched to a drink that they like. So now we can draw a new bipartite graph to show this complete matching. So we have Barney being matched to the gin and tonic and Marshall to the martini, as we found by completing our alternating path for the first time. We have Lily matched to the wine and Robin matched to the whiskey, as we found by completing the alternating path for the second time, and Ted matched to beer, as we were told in the initial matching. So well done if you got that answer at home, and make sure you keep an eye out for next week's tough cookie problem.